Good morning, it's Barbara. I'm not sure that our tree reader is reading correctly, but it's going to be, I think this is like the high of the day, but I'm not sure that it's really 28 out. Anyway, it's bright and sunny, and we still have our snow. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. This is my new haircut. My next appointment is tax day, April 15th. I'm afraid the whole beauty channel thing isn't working out great because they've stopped selling makeup at my hairdresser. But, I have an itchy nose. I do have one lipstick that I have not put on in a very long time that I will show you. It's Revlon Color Stay Ultimate and in Premier Plum. So I thought I'd put it on because it's one of those, I don't recall if it's matte or not, but it dries dry, and it felt dry on my lips, and so I didn't like it. But now that I'm moved on from that and I'm buying matte lipstick that feel dry, I thought I would try it today so you're not so disappointed. Premier Plum. Anyway, so I was very disappointed, but I didn't have time. Oh. Talking while I do this isn't the best plan in the world. I didn't have time to stop somewhere else. I'm looking like a clown here. Hold on. My hairdresser uses lip liner. Now, I have never really liked the look of lip liner. Of course, when I was trying it, people were using like very, very contrasty lip liners. I gotta be fast with this stuff. It's getting dry already. Using very, very contrasty lip liners, and I just never liked that look. Yeah, it's getting dry. Anyway, it's a good color. Although plum, my plum I want to be, I was looking for purple. I was hoping for purple. Let me see if I can fix this. Pearl is getting her morning outdoor time. Dennis has to take her on a leash out the front because she's not allowed to have any fun. It's really... But she had an appointment at the doctor next Thursday. So what do you think? It's a good color. I like the color, but I don't like the feel of it at the moment. We'll see. Maybe it'll get better. But that's why that's why you haven't seen it, because of that memory of that feel. But, it's not so different than the orange that I did the other day. You can tell I'm looking in my mirror here. Anyway, it's a good color. So, yeah, so the whole beauty channel thing was a bust yesterday, except for the hair. So the hair is nice and short, and I have, and my next appointment is April 15th. Which is right before I'm hoping to get on a train to go to New Orleans with Christy. So I'll have new hair. It's not sticking on my coffee cup color, So I'm looking forward to that. I haven't talked to her lately about whether that's really going to work out for her or not, but yeah, if she can't go to New Orleans, then I might just find someone else to go with, because got my heart set on having a lovely train ride to New Orleans for a couple of days. So there's that. But I'm hoping she can come. Although they've got a lot of snow there now. It might be gone now. I don't know how cold it is, but yeah. If we're very lucky, her hat will arrive today. But it's, you know, they're trying to manage expectations, so they said Saturday. I'm hoping that's what they were doing. Anyway, that's the beauty channel portion of our show today. So, yeah, so yesterday I got my hair cut. That's about all I did. I did a little cooking around dinner time. And, yeah. Aura and I watched Vera. And one Vera. I'm trying to save them so that we don't run out of them, because Aura really likes them. And I didn't knit during Vera because my arm has been sore, and I thought, you know, but then I'm like, I can't sit here and watch TV without knitting or whatever. I was looking for a book to read, and I didn't see one that I wanted to read, but I had one I wanted to listen to, so I started listening to it, and I started knitting. And my arm didn't hurt during the process of knitting. So I don't know if that's relevant or not to my arm hurting because of knitting. If it doesn't hurt while I knit, maybe it's not the knitting. I don't know. But I started working on my trove, and I couldn't stop. So it turns out I wasn't able to focus on the book, and so I put on Sherlock Holmes. So I was watching Sherlock Holmes because Aura and I had watched the final episode of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, which is where he and Moriarty fall off the Reichenbach Falls. That was the last one Aura and I watched the other night. So last night I watched the next series. Spoiler alert. Holmes didn't die. So, anyway, I've been knitting. So, that marker is the last time you saw this sleeve. Now, I started on my ribbing half an inch sooner than I was supposed to, just because I didn't bother to take my measuring tape out, and I used my ruler, and I thought I was good. Now, this is very squishy, stretchy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit longer on my cuff, and that will be fine. And if I still feel like it's a little short, I can make it longer in blocking, because I will definitely block this. Now, I had this idea that I cared which skein of the pink I used. I don't care. Hold on. Dennis is making his coffee, but he won't disturb us anymore much. The grinding is the loud part. So anyway, I am madly in love with this sweater. I cannot tell you. Megan, thank you, thank you, thank you. What a delight. And I couldn't stop. So, well, I got tired and I stopped halfway through the ribbing. I will be finishing that ribbing today. You know, you go down a needle size or whatever to the next size down that's in the pattern. And I didn't have that size. It was a 3 millimeter, which in American is 2.5. It's not a super common. I don't know. If I had gone upstairs and rummaged around in my fixed 40-inch needle collection upstairs in my sitting room, in my craft room, I might have found a 2.5, but sitting around in my my interchangeable needle collection, which is I keep by my chair because I'm too lazy to get up when I need a needle, I had a 2.25, which is a number 2 in America, and I had a 3.25, which is a number 3 in the United States. So I went with the 2.25 for the cuffs. So it's going to be a little tighter, which is fine because my regular one is a little loose, and it'll be fine. And so these sleeves are a little balloony. You can see how it really goes in. All the decreases on the sleeve happen in one row right before the ribbing. So it makes it just sort of a little balloony, a bit of a balloony sleeve, which is fine. And so there you go. So I'm going to finish this today for sure. I don't know what else I'm going to do. I might finish this and then go back to my hood because I have about 4 inches more, 5 maybe inches more to knit on that hood. But tomorrow's our Zoom call, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will be working on my hood. I guess I'll save my hood to work on during this Zoom because it is just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I've decided I'm going to do the point. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a tassel on the point. That might be a bit much. Maybe, I'll do a tassel and it'll be removable. It'll be removable. I'll just, tie a bow on the inside of that hood when I want to wear my tassel. The tassel will be the hand spun to finish it off because the hand spun is so lovely. I'm so sad that my skin has become so sensitive. I bought a couple of more turtlenecks. Now, this sweater, this is the Garden Gate that Megan knit me a couple years ago for Christmas. Now, this is as soft as a baby's butt, but it's short-sleeved. So I wear a turtleneck in the wintertime under it just because it's short-sleeved, not because I don't want the yarn next to my skin. But I bought several new turtlenecks so that I had turtlenecks available so that I can wear my other sweaters. Unfortunately, some of them are a little bodycon and don't do great with something under it. But this is a very thin turtleneck. I also found a silk long underwear shirt that I can wear under them too. So I'm going to start wearing my other sweaters that 2 years ago I could wear them without any problem, but last year I discovered that it just felt more sensitive, and I don't know what's with that, but it's very annoying. And then of course I have like my Malin sweater, which I wore the other day with my turtleneck because I've always worn a turtleneck under that. That's my super warm sweater that I can't wear next to my skin, and I never could. It was always too sticky. Anyway, why was I talking about my turtleneck? Oh, because I was talking about my hand spun. So I am sad that I need something between me and the hand spun, on a normal size sweater. But my Montrealer is oversized and it's going to be fine. And it's just on the stripes. So I'm looking forward to that. By the time we have our next super cold snap, I will be ready. And but I'm going to knit that on our Zoom call tomorrow. Which reminds me, I need to make sure my laptop gets plugged in and charged. And yeah. So maybe I'll start the next sleeve when I knit today. Well, I'm going to pay attention. I did put one of those salon pas. I'm sorry, that's the goofiest name for a product. Salon pas. S-A-L-O-N-P-A-S. And it's a patch, like a painkiller patch, which I put on yesterday, and I didn't take it off this morning. I don't know how long it's effective, but yeah. But it doesn't feel any worse today, and I knit. Well, I was past this last night, but this was the last time I showed it to you. Colors did I do last night? I think I was at the green, this light green. So I did quite a bit last night. It's so much fun. And I'm just enjoying this yarn so much. And I'll tell you, it's got such a different look than my other trove. Yeah, I'm kind of in love with it, I have to say. And I'm enjoying knitting it, and I want to knit it, which is such a nice change for me. You know, that lack of mojo, it's really hard on your heart. You know, it makes you sad. Makes me sad. So it feels good to want to knit. Feels bad that my arm hurts though. So today I have nothing big on my agenda. I should do some executrixing. Make sure my laptop is charged. I'm gonna pick up for that sleeve and start the next sleeve. I don't think I'm gonna worry about matching sleeves. I probably could, because I have all those yarns, you know, if I can figure out which one is which. But the first three colors I'm gonna match if I can find them, because I really think that this pink stands out so much, you know. So I'm going to match these first three colors, and then I'm not going to worry about it. But I think matching those first three colors will make it less jarring, because that pink is such a standout color. So I'm going to do that for the first three colors on the other side, and then I'm not going to worry about it after that. That's my current plan. And I also have my Scattered Petals cowl that I'm not finished with, that I was making for my Advent with my Crafty Toads DK. That's also a lovely thing, which would have been great to have in the cold snap, because it's very thick, and it's going to be very warm when it's done. And I'm probably two-thirds, three-quarters of the way finished with it, so I do want to finish that. But I don't really have a plan for what I want to knit when I'm finished with the trove. I've got quite a bit of knitting on the trove to go, as you can see. But, you know, I have my Sylvester all kitted up. Yeah, I was thinking about, I bought a second color yarn for the light colors in that. I don't even know if you remember it, but it has a little bit of mosaic. It's an Aran weight sweater, or a worsted weight sweater, but it has fingering weight, little bits of color in it, in its textury looking design. And I bought yarn for that alternate color, but that would also work really well using minis and have, you know, interesting color or whatever. So I'm gonna see how much of Megan's minis I have left after I finish the trove. Now, Valerie assures me that I'm not going to run out. And it's beginning to look like she could be right. She's often right. Her job is customer service for a yarn company. She's often right. And if there's much left over, that would be kind of fun to do that, because I certainly don't want to waste those yarns. Although we were having a conversation about how we could have used my giant granny square blanket on our bed, so I might want to think about putting in some time on that blanket, just to, I put that down for so long that I have to remind myself how to do that granny square corners. And, yeah. I'm not a crocheter, so it doesn't come like automatically to my fingers if I've been, I mean, and it's been months and months since I've crocheted on that. So one of the things I want to do someday when my brain power is pumping is get a little more into crochet so that I can, somebody's trying to call me. I don't know who it is. I'm not going to answer. So that I can do some of the beautiful things, you know. I picked, when I was trying to decide what to do with the yarn, because I started this whole thing because I wanted to own this gorgeous yarn. I picked knitting because I eventually wanted to be able to make sweaters and garments. And I preferred the look of the knitted garments to what at that time, which was 12 years ago, which what, 12 years ago, which was at that time, you know, light years different. The garments that were designed 12 years ago were that I saw, and I did not do a lot of research, don't get me wrong. I didn't know anything about Ravelry or anything like that when I made the decision to learn to knit. What was being designed then and what's being designed now in crochet is light years apart in my mind, the things that I've seen and the things that I saw back in those days. So anyway, my point is that I picked knitting because of the knitting designs, but now I'm seeing, oh, and then they say, oh, this is crochet, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. So there's a part of me that would like to learn how to do that, and there's a part of me that sort of loves how easy it is to tink back in crochet when you need to, you know, you just pull and you end up with one loop when you're done instead of putting everything back on the needles. So anyway, it's on my list of things I want to learn how to do. And when I'm ready to put the energy into that, I will do that, and that'll be fun. And you will be there for that transformation, maybe, or maybe I'll be done. I might be done. Who knows? Although, apparently, I don't know. It's possible I'll never be done. It's possible I'm going to be 95 years old and I'm going to be still doing this vlog. You guys are going to be tired of me. We're on episode 20,432. I mean, this is 16 something. I don't know. I don't remember what. Oh, 16. What's the date today? 23rd? 24th? 24th. So it's 1625. This episode is number 1625. So, yeah, I might hit 10,000. You'll be really sick of me by then. All right, I'm going. Enough of that. So tomorrow is our Zoom. There is a sticky post on the Flame and Fiber Podcast Ravelry group. It's called the Saturday Zoom. If you've been here before, it's the exact same Zoom link, the same, nothing's changed. And I would love to see you guys tomorrow. So mark your calendar. Meanwhile, I'm going to go and maybe I'll do my yoga today. I missed my yoga for a couple of days. Yesterday because I was running out of the house, and the day before because I don't know why. So I'm going to do my yoga today. My arm that hurts, part of what hurts is my tricep. And I wonder if that's partly my yoga. I do a little tricep work in my yoga. You know, because I do a sitting yoga, so so you work your arms a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please. This lipstick, it's dry. It doesn't come off, but it's a little sticky. I don't think the orange is a little sticky. Let's see what happens when I am a beauty channel. Oh, Little tiny bit came off, not much. All right, I'm going now. I also was very disappointed to not be able to get new lipsticks, so you're not alone there. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.